I'm just about to prepare some spare ribs for you, low and slow, cooked on the barbie. And these are absolutely delicious. I've prepared them before, obviously, on the big green egg, which is the ultimate in barbies. You've seen my ultimate barbie video. Now, the first thing you have to do, and this is a bit of hard work, as you can see what I'm doing here, is stripping this back sinew off the ribs, and it takes absolutely ages. But you have to do it in order to not have that horrible sinewy bit on the back of the spare rib when people are eating them. Then it becomes so much more of a luxury. So you can see I'm gradually getting all of this off the back, and then when people bite into the spare rib, there's absolutely zero sinew at all, and it's delicious. What I'm going to do then is salt it. You have to salt it 24 hours before. There's a bit of chemistry here, you know, I'm a chemistry teacher, guys. So the chemistry basically is that salt is made of sodium chloride. It's an ionic compound, it's full of ions. And it's those ions that help the nerves, fire the nerves in your tongue and help the transmission of the electrical signal in your tongue, so you just get intensified flavour. So salt it 24 hours before, and then the next day, about an hour before you stick it on the barbie, I'm going to show you that, of course, we're going to put whatever choice of rub you go for. So bear with me while I just keep doing this sinew. You do need to use a bit of a knife every now and again to get in, especially at this back bit by the bones here. You can see what I'm doing there, I hope you can get that. So pulling that sinew off the back. Again, use a bit of paper towel if that helps, some people do. I might do with this one, this is looking a bit tricky. Anyway, you're going to leave me to carry on working at this, aren't you? And as I say, all I'll do then is salt it on both sides and leave it overnight in the fridge. So see you later, bye. Okay guys, so it's now time to get the rub on. There's a variety of different rubs you can get. There's the Memphis dry rub here, classical purpose rub. Then there's a Memphis pig rub. I import these from the US because obviously the US are the best at doing these rubs. And it's simply a case of the rub just needs about an hour just to give it a bit of flavouring. So I'm going to use the Memphis dry rub. You don't need a huge amount of it, just to rub into the skin there. And do both sides, just get a small amount. As you can see, I'm gloved up for this because it is a bit of a messy job, I think the word is, because it does need to be rubbed in. That's why they call it a rub, so that flavour just gets rubbed into it. I suppose some people say be generous with it. That's entirely up to you guys whether you want to be generous with it or not. I don't know, just needs to get in there on the surface. So just use your own judgment. So I'm going to just do this, leave it for about an hour, and in that hour we can get the barbecue up to the right temperature. Target temperature 200 to 250 Fahrenheit. Obviously if you're working in centigrade, UK, European, you have to do some sort of conversion for that one. But most of the thermometers on the big green egg have a converter on them anyway, so you can see what the different temperatures are for it. But that's your target temperature, that's for low and slow. And we're going to cook this for about 4 hours, but you'll see that in a moment, so check you later. Okay guys, so we're now at the big green egg. I've got that heating, that's now just over 250, so that's going to have to come down. So what I'll do is I'll close the shutter slightly to about an inch at the bottom down here, and at the top, that's this bit here, about an inch, maybe even less, just to get it down to that target temperature. And then obviously you've got your adjuster here that you'll adjust, and just have it just slightly open, have the hole slightly open. Get it down to 250 if you can. So to get a low and slow cook, it's indirect cooking, so that goes on here. A bit too much coal on there, and then this goes on top of here like that. And as you can see, I've got a 4 rib holder here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 2 ribs, that's fine. I could have cut those in half, but that's absolutely fine for that. That goes on centre here. So I've got the Maverick temperature sensor, so that's a wireless sender, so I'm going to hook this up here, making sure it goes over a leg so it's not going to heat. And the rain's starting, that's typical British weather for you US subscribers. This is what we have to put up with in England. So I'm going to close this down, and we're just going to leave that to get up to the target temperature between 200 and 250 max temperature Fahrenheit. Okay, thanks, and we'll come back with the ribs in a bit. Right guys, so as you can see, the meat's been in. You can see it's just coming away from the bone, suggesting it's done. So it's been in there for about 4 hours. You can see that it's smoky here. You won't see the smoke ring until you open them up. There's a temperature probe in here reading about 200, which is when the collagen starts to break down and it starts to soften and tenderize. Probe here is reading 250. It's a little bit hotter than I should have let it go. I really wanted to keep it below 250 really, but it's life. That's been done. So what we're going to do now is just do something called crutching, which some people don't like to do, but I think it tenderises the meat quite well. So I'm going to place both of these, take them out, in here, and then let's get it together. Place this over the top. Hopefully creating a seal. Try and get that sealed in, and I put the snuffer on here, so there's basically just going to be left at a room temperature, and it's about 30 minutes, no more than 30 minutes crutching, and that will just help for the tenderising. I'm going to take this off and leave this down here, and this can go straight onto here. I'll be allowed to crutch for half an hour, snuffer on, air hole completely closed. We're probably talking of it'll probably drop down to about 200 Fahrenheit, 30 minutes and they're done, and they'll be delicious. Okay. Right guys, so they've been crutched, as you can see, they're in the foil here, and the smell, the whole house absolutely smells of smoky ribs. You can see them, they just look absolutely awesome, don't they? So if you just want to take the wrap off like that. These are the baby ribs, these small ones at the back, they're supposed to be more tender. I'm just going to try and cut into this here at some point to show you the smoke ring. Try not to get the bone of it around there. So there we have a rib, you can see a smoke ring around there, all the way around, and that's going to taste absolutely delicious. Just try a little bit of it. It's tender, it's flaking off, just pulling off the bone. Yeah, that tastes absolutely delicious, and that's how you do low and slow smoked rib. That tastes good. So if you've enjoyed that, I want to do lots more barbecue videos. I know the US viewers like that, subscribers, so if you enjoy this, don't forget to like and subscribe down here and share. Thank you. Bye.